how can AI technologies be leveraged to address the unique challenges faced by emerging economies, particularly in the areas such as healthcare, education, and agriculture, while ensuring equitable access and minimizing potential risks of technological disparity?
Yeah, this is a good question, because a lot of this conversation that we have are in the rich countries, right? So in emerging countries, the way I look at it is like this, is that let's take an example of education. For education, you may not have many qualified teachers, right? In different smaller cities, rural areas, right? And so imagine that if you could have, quote unquote, specialized or AI teachers, right? Supplement the teachers. I'm not talking about, for example, in special subjects like physics, chemistry, right? You may not have the qualified teachers, right? You could have those be available and customized to the teacher, to the student too. But what you can do with GenAI is that you can actually input the background of the students as the input to the model, and basically say those are the background, right? Those people, they learn math at that particular level, right? So you, for example, that student, the math level is not very high. Then you customize your teaching according to the level, right? You don't go to calculus, right, for physics, but you know that that person cannot understand, right? But for some student, after maybe they have learned calculus, so the physics they learn can be much better. So I think actually it could be very much beneficial, and it could be deployed in a much smaller model. As I mentioned before, you don't really need, for example, if you need AI teacher, you don't need to have a 1.7 trillion model. You need maybe a model that's 8 billion. There, for example, like Meta, Llama 3, there's an 8 billion model, much smaller, much less expensive to run and train. So the way I look at it for emerging market, definitely look at smaller model, specific task, customized for that particular use case. I think there are a lot of potential, a lot of opportunities to basically to be able to support emerging countries.
Awesome. I think we are now coming to the end of today's session. It's been a pleasure to host this webinar, very insightful webinar on navigating the future and opportunities of generative AI in emerging economies. And we have been interacting and benefiting from the wisdom of Dr. Dennis Ong. Once again, can I invite everyone to give Dr. Dennis Ong a warm appreciation and thank you for that session. Now, once again, this is an initiative of VortEdge. If you would like to be in touch with VortEdge, you'd like to know more about VortEdge, you'd like to know what next is in the horizon for initiatives like this, I'm going to do a quick run through to the end, okay, and give you the email and the website of VortEdge. So if you have comments, you have contributions, you have additional feedback, you know, what did you particularly like about today's session? You can email VortEdge using info@vortedge.com. You can also visit the website to learn more. Once again, thank you, everyone, for joining. And absolutely. So the website is vortedge.com. It's been posted. The correct URL has been posted in the text charts. Feel free to use that. Okay. Yeah. So massive thanks again to Dr. Ong. And yes, and thank you everyone for joining.